everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to do a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to clear the board north, south, east, and west. Alrighty, so I hope everyone has had a great week. And again, this is Auric 5. Hi. If I've not seen you before or talked to you before, welcome. And thanks again for stopping by for those who are returning. I appreciate all the subscribers, all the new subs, and the followers. And let's see what we can see through the grace of the powers that are truly divine, that help and guide us through everything that we have to navigate, right? So let's get started. This will be a timeless reading, and it will be for the next 2 weeks. And you will find this when it is going to be relevant to you. I am a total 100% believer in that one. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. I hope everybody's having a great week. I'll flip those around. Don't worry about it. You know, all right, those two. Sometimes they flip out. Sometimes they just flip. Oh, golly gee willikers. So I'm almost out of Palo Santo and Sage. Okay. I'm getting distracted a little bit because there's just a lot going on right now. So it's going to be basically where we are. You know, what's the general energy? What we might be able to, what we might need to know to help us. And not even really need to know, just something that might be able to help us with maybe some relationships that we're in at the moment. And then what is something that's really good going to happen for us? You know, positive, everything that's positive for us. So we have the current general energy is it feels like time is moving very, very quickly. It feels like sometimes maybe we might have racing thoughts. We're struggling to kind of make sense of things. It's a little bit chaotic. We might be stammering or stuttering. There's a bit of a blow up or a blow about. Why that just kind of came out of nowhere, right? So it's almost like the spring has sprung here in the Northern Hemisphere at this point. But this is, if it's not spring, if when you're reading this or when you're seeing this, that it's possible that it's a spring-like energy and possibly even springing towards a completion of a cycle. I should probably cover her up. Now that I just saw that. Yeah, if I'm going to put this on some of the websites that are a little on the prudish side. Let's see if we can't make her accommodate the modesty of the community guidelines. So anyway, so the world denotes the ending of a cycle, but it's also a closing out of maybe, it depends on what's going on with you. It might be something good. We are, when I'm doing this reading, there is like Venus just went direct. So we might be direct with some of our completions. It might be a little more obvious. And yes, it is denoting a new beginning and cutting away of some of the things that no longer serve us. It's very passionate though, too. There's not going to be any mistake about our decisions. We're going to be solid. We're going to feel like that this is completion. There is no turning back at this point. There is no second guessing, and perhaps this is why this is kind of rushing away from this change. Let's not do that, right? Because changes can be uncomfortable, but there also can be very, very healthy. And sometimes we kind of run from that. I mean, most people want to have a piece of cake or a piece of pie rather than having that, you know, that salad. I like salad, though. I don't know about you. I like salad. Fresh salad, fresh veg salad, some of the best stuff. Okay, so we got the Emperor so far. So the Emperor, I mean, sometimes it could be like a political card, and this is like a Taurus energy, I believe. At least that's what it feels like here. And in the relationships, you're very solid, well developed, well supported. Aries. You're supported by Aries. These are rams, but there's also a bullish feel to it. So the Aries is very fiery, right? So this is like a relationship that you have with somebody, maybe a boss. It's not like a spouse or a significant other or anything like that, but it's somebody who's well guarded. And I think what's interesting is one of his knees are exposed and the other is not. But that's very telling because it's still shielded, right? We're never unprotected. We always have some sort of protection in our relationships. And I don't know, too, it's like it's up to us to make the decision and to take action. And wow, okay. To me, this is 1111. That's a good one, right? So the Four of Wands is about celebration, commitment. It can also be how apropos, how fitting is that between the world and this. So this is like completion, starting anew. This is starting anew as well. We haven't gone through the threshold. We haven't crossed the threshold yet. Just like her, she's not crossed that threshold as of yet. Oh, here's the finale. So here we have like a sword energy, and there's a major arcana. And this is Ten of Wands. I mean, this is completion. Don't, and I'm kind of hearing things like don't overdo it, don't stress it, you're gonna burn yourself out, pace yourself. So what are we gonna look forward to? What's gonna be the best option for us in the next 2 weeks? So maybe one of the things that I would like to ask you to do is like, share, and subscribe. My website contact has changed. It's no longer, I have a lot of videos out there, and I'm kind of bummed that my old website address is out there in so many, but I think most people don't go back and look at all that stuff. And most of them want to see the most updated. So 3 off the top. Oh, all righty. The good stuff is we are walking away from those things that no longer serve us. And I know that we can potentially be walking toward that Nine of Cups, but this is an unknown thing. It's quite dark over there. There's a bit of mystery here. And I don't think that's the sun. It might be, if you read up on it, but as far as I'm concerned, that's just a face on the moon. I'll do some research on that moon. And this good stuff is that we are coming out of the cold. We have received the blessing, and it's the result of our hard work, doing one thing at a time. Perhaps we need to just focus on what we're doing. Focus on one thing at a time. This guy made each one of these perfect, resembling one another. There are 8 of them. March 8th, November 8th. Yeah, that's all I'm getting on that. All righty. And with that world card, we have the Fool. That is the best thing ever. So once she crosses that threshold, we are going to start anew. We are going to start anew. Thanks so much. Again, please do like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a fabulous and blessed rest of your day, and see you in 2 weeks.